guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to bring you guys a super easy Halloween tutorial. This is basically aimed towards those who have last minute plans and you don't have time to go get a costume, or you really didn't plan out what you wanted to do, but you wanted to do something quick. This one doesn't involve a lot of products, especially like special effects kind of things, because I actually don't have any. So I'm trying to work with what I have. So last year for Halloween, I did a kind of zombie-esque looking thing. I got it off of Pinterest. I had the Walking Dead contacts. I believe that's what they're called. And I kind of just went off of that to see how it would look. So I'm going to semi-recreate that today. So what you're going to need for this look is some toilet tissue. You don't have to do this. This is optional. I'm just going to try and make like some, I don't know, just going to throw this on my face and see what I come up with, basically, just to create some kind of gore with it. Some eyeshadow, so you're basically going to need some black, gray, red, and maybe a little bit of white to kind of fade out the black or the gray colors. And then obviously some makeup brushes. If you want to add blood, I would go with liquid lipstick in a red. That's also a good alternative that will dry and it won't move throughout the night. The contacts are completely optional. I just happen to have a pair that I bought from last year. I'm actually going to wing this. I've never messed with anything that had to do with tissue. I don't have any kind of special effects makeup or liquid latex or anything like that. So I'm actually going to be using a little bit of glitter glue to see if I can attach the tissue. If the tissue doesn't work out, we'll take it off and just keep it moving without the whole tissue part. So, looks, this one is just not. So, you can do a variation of this with, you know, like pretty eye makeup or whatever, and then turn it into a zombie. That's perfectly fine. I just didn't want to go that route. I wanted to actually keep it on the sloppier side, something that's not too perfect and kind of thought out. So, if you guys are interested in this video, then just keep on watching. So we're going to head and jump right in. You just want to tear the pieces of the tissue off. You don't want any straight edges. You kind of want it kind of raggedy all over the place. So you're just going to cut off pieces as you decide what size you want to go with. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the glitter glue and start applying it to my face. Keep in mind, if you are going to use glitter glue, it's not thick. So you can use this to get the tissue to stick to the face. It's perfectly fine. It works for me. But since it's not on the thicker scale and it is used for glitter, which is again something that's on the thinner side, if you make any really harsh facial expressions, it is going to tear on you and lift off of your face. So you just want to be super careful with that if you're going to go the glitter glue route. If you have liquid latex, even better. I didn't, so I kind of just used what I had laying around. I am going over the tissue with the glitter glue just to harden it up a little bit. I didn't want it too soft. This really helped to stiffen up the tissue for later on when we did the foundation and the eyeshadow colors. Now I'm going to go ahead with the pieces that I pulled off of the first tissue and add them to the forehead. I'm going to rip off some of the pieces that are too long and then go back in with the glitter glue and stick it to the forehead. So the first piece, and then if you want to layer it, put some glitter glue down and then add the second piece on top. Remember guys, this is honestly just completely winging it. I have no idea what I'm doing or that this is even going to work. So forgive me if it doesn't look all that blended, especially when we get on to more of the makeup and the foundation. I really did just wing it on this part. I've never done any kind of special effects in this way with stuff that I only have at home, so it was the first chance for me, or first time for me I should say. And I really had fun with it. I hope that when you guys do this, you have fun with it too. And don't really expect like this really perfect result, because since when have you ever seen a perfect zombie? You know what I mean? So I'm going to take a little bit of hairspray to help adhere the tissue to the face. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that this sticks on as much as possible. The hairspray is going to help stiffen it too, just like with the glitter glue. I was hoping that the hairspray, since it has that tackiness to it, it would help to better adhere the tissue to the face without really falling off too much. I'm just going to go ahead with my fingers, start pulling a little bit of the pieces. There is like that cut piece right in the middle of the cheek that I really wasn't feeling, but I didn't want to take it off and do it all over again. So I do try and go back in to glue it down, maybe just in the middle to separate the two, but it really didn't work, so I kind of just went with the flow. You can take any foundation for this part. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or anything like that. You really just want to make sure that this blends into your skin. So I went over the tissue with the foundation first to make sure that I covered it as much as I could, or pretty much just to my liking. And then you're going to go ahead and just cover your whole face with the foundation so that everything looks the same. Again, just a pair of tweezers to pick out your scabs or your flakes that are going to be coming out in between the makeup. This is a good reference point also for when you're going to go in with the blood. I'm going to use these sections here to put it from there and have it drip somewhat down the face. You're going to take any eyeshadow, any makeup brushes. It does not matter what brands. You're basically just going to use these to fill in the flakes on the face. I did just use the Vermona color switch to make sure that they didn't have any color on them from previously. So, helpful tip though, using a smaller brush will help to get inside the crevices, while a wider brush will help to cover more space if you're going into the contouring of the cheek and the eyeshadow look. It's gonna basically just help for sake of time, like I said before, cover more space and get the look done quicker. So basically from here on out, you're just going to start with your eyeshadows. You're going to take some black, some gray, some red, and start fading in the scars on the face. There is no rhyme or reason to this part. You kind of just go with the flow. I don't have anything in mind that I'm going to do. I'm honestly just taking the brush and placing it on the face and just going from there. You want it to look bruised, so outlining it will help as well. The red will help it make it look bruised and will be a good point to have for your liquid lipstick when you go in with it later. Again, with the black eyeshadow, you're going to start throwing this on your face. I squinted my eye a little bit just to cover more ground here. Again, let's not try to make this perfect. You're supposed to be a dead zombie. Unless that dead zombie used to be a pro makeup artist in their previous life, this is not going to be 100%. You kind of just want to throw this anywhere, literally. And then I'm going to take what's left over and start going into the cuts on the face, and I'm pretty much just going to go back and forth a lot. With the black, I'm also going to go around the nostril area. I realized that in some of the pictures that I've seen, it really helps to give that undead look as well. So in this part, as you guys can see, I started hollowing out the cheeks. You're basically going to use the same, kind of like a contour technique, but with a smaller brush. Throw this in your cheekbone and then start fanning it up. You're going to do this to both sides. You're going to see one side more than the other one. I'm not really going to put any more to the other side of the face. And I'm just going to blend it out. On this part here, I just went in with the red eyeshadow. I didn't have like a really true red color for this, so I kind of used a rust color that I had in one of my palettes. I like how it turned out. A lot of the pictures that I used as a reference point had the red shade underneath the eyes. I think it really helps to give that undead look that we're going for. So here we're going to go ahead and take whatever's left over on the Beauty Blender and put it over our lips just to make it all one solid color. And then you're going to take black eyeshadow and just put it on the inside of the lips. You can also add red here. I didn't think about it till after the fact, so I just kind of just stuck with the black and use it on just the inside of the lips. Take some red shadow and just start adding it in between those flakes. At this point, we're going to go in with the fake blood. I'm going to use the LA Girl lip paints in Pin Up. This one has more of a liquidy effect because it starts off as a gloss. And then I just used the brush that I used for the glitter glue, it doesn't matter, and started placing it in between all the cracks that I wanted. You could play around with this part. Like I said, it doesn't have to be specific. You can do it with the pieces that are lifted off of the face. I wanted to get a feel for where I wanted to put the blood before I finished shading in with the black eyeshadow and the red eyeshadow again. So because my camera is so amazing, it stopped recording and I didn't even know. So this is basically what came out of me just going back and forth and shading with the black and the gray and the red. I wish I had blended it out a little bit more towards the bottom, towards the chin, so that you really couldn't see where the edges of the tissue were. But hey, I'm happy with how it came out for something that I decided to do last minute. At this point, all that's left is to go ahead and put in some contacts, if you have any. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. These are the Walking Dead contacts that I got at a local store nearby. I think it was the last pair, so I think I got lucky. But I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you guys recreate this look or make your own variation or whatever the case may be, tag me. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh my god. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.